Imagine a world where humanity stood still, the undisputed center of everything. For over 1,000 years, this was not just a belief, but the very fabric of understanding, woven into the doctrines of the Church and the teachings of scholars. But in the year 1543, a quiet scholar, Nicholas Copernicus, dared to look up and see something profoundly different. His meticulous observations, painstakingly gathered, began to whisper a truth that contradicted everything known. What if, he wondered, the Earth wasn't the fixed point around which the cosmos revolved? What if, instead, the Sun held that central, fiery throne, with our own planet merely one celestial wanderer among many? This radical idea, that Earth was just another planet, orbiting the Sun, shattered millennia of ingrained thought, igniting a revolution that would forever transform our view of the universe. Across the sun-drenched shores of North Africa, a legend was born from exile and ingenuity. Around 814 BC, a Tyrian princess named Dido, fleeing betrayal and seeking a new destiny, arrived on these shores. Her ambition was clear: a new home, a new power. She approached a local chief, proposing a deal for land. His offer was deceptively simple, as much territory as an ox hide could cover. But Dido was no ordinary supplicant. With a stroke of brilliant cunning, she sliced the hide into impossibly fine strips, laying them end to end to encircle an entire, vast hill. Upon this strategic vantage point, the city of Byrsa, and ultimately Carthage, began to rise. This was the genesis of a mighty Phoenician trading empire, a future titan destined to challenge the might of Rome, all born from the audacious vision of a single, determined woman. Imagine a world where iron, though strong, was brittle and expensive, a bottleneck holding back progress. The year is 1856, deep within the throes of the Industrial Revolution. For centuries, steel, that superior metal, remained a luxury, painstakingly crafted in costly, imperfect ways. But then, a singular vision took hold. Henry Bessemer, a British inventor, dared to dream of a faster, cheaper way. His revolutionary idea? To blast air through molten pig iron. This simple, yet audacious, act unleashed a fiery alchemy, oxidizing impurities and transforming the very heart of the metal. Suddenly, strong, affordable steel was within reach, a material so versatile it would soon reshape our world, enabling the construction of towering skyscrapers, the expansion of vast railway networks, and the very foundations of global empires. The modern world, in so many ways, was forged in the fires of Bessemer's remarkable invention. Imagine the windswept frontier of Roman Britain, a land far from the grandeur of Rome. Then, in 1973, at the ancient fort of Vindolanda, archaeologists unearthed something truly extraordinary. In the waterlogged depths of this ancient site, preserved for nearly 2 millennia by layers of peat and clay, lay not stone or metal, but something far more intimate: wafer-thin wooden tablets. Written upon them in ancient Roman script were the everyday thoughts and concerns of those who lived and served here. Letters to loved ones, crisp invoices, even a birthday invitation. And then, a message that echoes across time: please send more beer. These are not the pronouncements of emperors, but the direct voices of soldiers and their families, offering an unprecedented and astonishing glimpse into the raw, human reality of daily life on the Roman frontier. Imagine the night sky, a canvas of familiar constellations, a cosmic map humanity had charted for millennia. Then, in March of 1781, in the quiet city of Bath, England, an amateur astronomer named William Herschel was meticulously scanning this very sky. He was not seeking fame, merely a deeper understanding of the celestial sphere. But what he found was something entirely unexpected. His keen eye noticed an object that moved with a slow, deliberate pace. Unlike any star, it wasn't a comet either. Through painstaking calculations and repeated observations, Herschel confirmed the impossible. He had discovered a new planet, a world lurking far beyond the orbit of Saturn, a realm previously beyond human imagination. This was a momentous occasion, the very first planet ever found using a telescope, forever expanding our understanding of our solar system and our place within it. In the chilling year of 1241, a shadow fell across Eastern Europe, a terror unlike any the continent had ever known. The Mongol horde, a relentless tide of warriors, advanced, their approach striking fear into the hearts of nations. Against this seemingly unstoppable force, King Bela IV of Hungary mobilized his kingdom, his army ready to make a stand. They chose the river Sosho as their defense, a desperate gamble to halt the invaders. But the Mongols, masters of warfare, employed a cunning stratagem. Under the cloak of night, they launched a surprise assault, swiftly securing a bridgehead. Then, with brutal efficiency, their cavalry swept around, encircling the Hungarian forces. The result was a devastating, decisive victory for the Mongols, leaving Europe stunned and vulnerable, a stark realization of the power that had arrived on its doorstep. Imagine the Mediterranean, a vast, shimmering expanse, suddenly erupting into chaos. It is October of 1571, and off the coast of Greece, in the Gulf of Patras, two titans collide. The formidable Ottoman fleet, a crescent of power, faces a desperate yet determined holy league of Christian powers. Hundreds of galleys, their oars churning the sea into foam, engage in a brutal, visceral dance of destruction. Cannon smoke billows, obscuring the terrifying reality of men clashing hand to hand, the decks slick with blood, a testament to the desperate fight for survival. In this single, cataclysmic clash, the seemingly unstoppable Ottoman advance is shattered. It was a decisive victory, a turning point that allowed a fearful Europe to finally breathe again. The summer of 1764. In the rolling hills of rural France, a darkness descended. It began with a shepherdess, miraculously unharmed after a brutal attack by a creature of nightmare. Then came another victim, a young girl, the first in a horrifying string of assaults. A beast, ferocious and utterly unknown, stalked the countryside, its terrifying presence driving villagers to the brink of panic. Official hunts were launched, even a royal decree issued. Soldiers, armed with silver bullets and cunning traps, were deployed. But the creature, or perhaps creatures, proved elusive, leaving over 100 victims mutilated in its wake. Was it one beast? Many? Whispers of a conspiracy began to circulate. These enigmatic killings, a chilling chapter in French history, remain forever unexplained, a testament to the enduring mystery of the beast of Gévaudan.